Hi guys, it is what is it? Oh gosh, I don't know what date it is now. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you do night shifts. It is the 25th of March 2026. I am going on my third night shift, and this is day 3 of my dumb phone challenge and quiet quitting bad news online. With a caveat that I am online only for 1 hour and I choose to spend that listening to YouTube while I am doing other chores. I'm not really sitting down on my phone doing nothing else. I am listening to information that doesn't rot my brain on YouTube online while I do other things. And it's been great. It's been great not having to doom scroll on social media. YouTube is technically social media, maybe, depending on your definition. But when I say social media, I'm talking about Facebook and Instagram, because I do have a TikTok account, but it's basically non-existent because I rarely go on there, and I've only posted there maybe once in the past year, and I never really visit it because I hate the short content format. It's not good for my attention span. My attention span doesn't enjoy it. In saying that, the reason why I switched to a dumb phone in the first place was because I couldn't put the phone down back when I used to go on my YouTube feed and my Instagram feeds. Even though I am aware that what I am consuming is mostly rage bait, the algorithm is very good at serving me up posts that are part informative, part enraging, part emotional. It gives me the stuff that I care about, like social justice, living wages, universal health care, things that are supposed to be basic for a human with a job to live decently. And I am anti anything that's rigged against the normal working person who is not a nepo baby and who is not a billionaire. And it's so good at giving me posts that tell me about the forces in the world that are preventing that from being a reality. The reality of a good and decent life for someone who works 40 hours a week. It's so good at keeping me on the algorithms. I find it so hard to put my phone down because that's what you do when someone is talking to you about something that you care about, right? You have an instinct to listen to them. But instead of a person who is speaking to you about something that happened to them or something that happened in your community, they're speaking about different parts of the world. And there's so much bad news happening 24/7 all around the globe that there's never a shortage of things that the algorithm can serve you, that the algorithm can show you on your feed. And that's the TLDR as to why I was having a hard time putting my phone down. This wasn't even brain rot content. This was being quote unquote informed about the world, about what's going on. And because this world runs on so much suffering and pain, it's like being on Netflix, and instead of watching bad news, you're watching entertainment, you're watching good news. But there's always another series, there's always another season of whatever genre you enjoy watching. And it's all of the media from all around the world. Even if you spend all of your time watching from the moment you wake up till the moment you sleep, you are never going to finish watching everything on Netflix. Even if you sacrifice your sleep, even if you put in your bathroom time and sacrifice your bathroom time, your shower time, your eating and your cooking time, and you sacrificed all of the time that you do chores and all of the time that you use to work and relax, do other things, you're never going to finish watching everything on Netflix. It's the same with the news. And there's only so much bad news that you can watch to know that billionaires are not good for the planet. Mega corporations are not good for the planet. Abusers are not good for the planet. Misogynists are not good for the planet. Racists are not good for the planet. Child abusers are not good for the planet. Plastics are not good for the planet. And that's barely scratching the surface. The bottom line is that I already know what something is about. I can already predict what the entire video will be about based on one headline, based on the video format that I can see in the thumbnail. sorry I'm rambling here because I'm driving as usual. And I am trying to think and speak while I am driving. Some people are really good at this, but I'm not. And sorry about that. This is more like a diary, but I'm broadcasting my thoughts. And the algorithm only shows this to me, so who cares, right? Anyway, yeah, it's the same shit on a different day, and the same shit happening to different people at different times. There's a verse in the Bible that says nothing is new under the sun. No human experience is new. It's just the technology and the time that's new. But basically, it's either good or bad. It's either love or hate, or war, or death, or marriage, or birth, or abuse, or being abused, or being the one who's doing the abusing. It's just the same thing over and over again. I'm actually bored with life if you think about it. You'd think that several thousand years of existence would make us smarter, would make us more moral, would make us more peace-loving, would make us want to care about our environment more and about each other. But we've made very little strides. The people who are inherently good, who already have a decent amount of empathy and compassion in them, only seem to be more compassionate now compared to before because of more information, right? But even with the same amount of information available to everyone, the people who were not born with enough empathy and enough emotional intelligence in them continue to remain willfully ignorant and willfully misogynistic, willfully racist, and willfully insert whatever negative characteristic you can think of in that sentence. So presented with the same amount of information, good people just become better due to the information that was served to them. And people who cannot care about being good, I'm not going to say evil or bad, those who just care about themselves, right? They're going to stay self-centered. Even if you give them information about how their actions are harming someone else, about how it's harming a certain group of people or a certain country or a certain class. And that's the world we live in. And tying this back to my being on my dumb phone most of the time now, all I'm trying to say is that it's the same thing over and over. Even if I doom scroll for the whole day, it's the same with browsing movies. Again, with a Netflix analogy, you can classify them into a genre, into a subgenre. It's the same with world events and with videos and with content. You can classify them under which human experience in this world the video is going to be about. And no matter how informed I try to make myself out to be, it's not really going to change what I have to do. And what I did today was contact the bank with my husband and ask if we qualify to take out a car loan in relation to what I was talking about yesterday, because when we did the math, even if I have to upgrade my 20-year-old car, the repayments on a new electric car, even if it's a budget electric car, would be cheaper than if I continued to buy petrol every week in order to drive to work and come back home and pick up the kids from school and come back home. And that's just my routine every day. I don't even go anywhere else. Literally, my world revolves around the school of the kids and my day job. And if we have to go out to do grocery shopping and other errands, we use my husband's car, which runs on electricity, thankfully, because we live far from our workplaces, and having an electric car is not a luxury for us. It's a necessity. Because of the price of petrol, it's just a no-brainer to have an electric car. And for the longest time, I've managed to not have a car loan and to drive this fully paid off car that's like 20 years old. But now, the war has forced our hand for me to change this car. And applying for a loan takes time and gathering all the paperwork. So that cut into my sleeping time when I got home. And I had to take one of my kids to the doctor and wait for their prescription to be made at the chemist. We went to the grocery store to buy cheese, and we went to the petrol station because my tank was already half empty. And I spent $120 just for half a tank of gas. This is New Zealand dollars. The price has increased to nearly 2 New Zealand dollars per liter now. And this is with a 12 cents per liter discount that they only give out when it's Wednesday or Thursday. So I tend to cluster all of my errands together so that when I go to town, I can do everything and just drive there once and not have to go back and forth throughout the week. So that was good. Yeah, but I can't imagine spending 120 New Zealand dollars per week when I never had to do this before. And our wages is just enough for everything that we need to pay for as it is. We can't handle another regular out of budget category. We can absorb occasional emergencies, but if it's an emergency that happens every week, it's not going to be sustainable. We're going to be losing money. So this is a move that we had to make. And I had to sacrifice sleep time and rest time and hobby time in order to get this done. And this is what most of my adult life has been like. It's just one task after the other. After you finish one chore, people think that it's a milestone to have a mortgage. It's a milestone to have a car. But to me, they're just necessary distractions designed by the system in order to survive in this world that they've built for us to live in. Because the only real thing that I want to do with my life is to just relax after work and do nothing and stare out the window and enjoy the view with a nice snack and a nice cup of tea or a nice cold glass of lemon water in my hand and the occasional drink of matcha, and to knit a bit, to paint, to craft, to write, and to just make beauty and enjoy beauty, to make beautiful things, that are just for beauty's sake and not because it pleases the algorithm and not because I'm gonna make money off it. My real dream is to just exist and to enjoy my existence. I don't care for money or a nice house or a nice car or a nice job. I don't care about status at all. I just want to enjoy the good things in this life that are simple things, not even expensive things, and most of the things that I enjoy are free or very cheap. But adult responsibilities like this make it hard to do that. I can't remember the last time I sat down to crochet with my child. I can't remember the last time that I enjoyed a book because of all these responsibilities and quote unquote achievements. Having a car and having a house is not a milestone. It's just like a basic thing that we need in order to function, in order to get to our jobs. And instead of renting, we need to take out our own home because I'm just enriching another landlord if we don't take out a mortgage. So that's where all of my time went today. And for the 1 hour that I did spend online, I discovered the YouTube channel Uncivilized. They make really good, entertaining and informative videos about important things that happened and are happening in the world. And today I watched how Israel is destroying itself from the inside. And that took up half of my 1 hour YouTube allowance. And the other half, I watched a video on how the US, on why the US is doing Israel's bidding. Basically just educating myself. And the more I learn about this world, the more I don't want to live in this world. The more I regret bringing kids to this world. I don't think life on this earth is worth living. And I am not encouraging unaliving oneself or offing oneself. And don't twist it into that. What I'm saying is life isn't worth starting here. And it's just like me saying that a place is 1 star out of 5. So I don't recommend visiting it. If you can say the same for Earth, that's what I'm trying to say. But since we're all already here, my whole channel is about how I'm trying to make it a bit better for me and for the people that I'm responsible for. Which is thankfully just a couple, 1 dog and 1 cat, and my husband. I'm just trying to park properly. And just like that, I'm here at work now. I'm sorry if this video has been such a disorganized rant. If you peek into my brain, you're gonna see that only a small portion of it is concerned about mundane events. And I think a lot about the state of the world. I think very abstract things. And this is what keeps me up at night. So I'm sorry that it's been totally dark for most of the video, but this is my car. I have that bar there. I'm probably already a few minutes late because I left 2 minutes late because I couldn't find my car keys. But now, I just need to focus on putting one foot in front of the other until I get to the door and change into my scrubs. And there was a time when I left my car keys inside the car due to absent-mindedness. So I have to make sure that I clip it onto my bag. Like that. Those are my car keys. And put an AirTag on it. That saved me a few times because I lose them every now and then. And putting my ID on my wrist. This is my work ID. And that's my name stamp. Another kodama there. A locker key. And scissors. Things that I need to survive as a theater nurse. So, yeah, wish me luck. I will put out good vibes and survive this shift. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for listening.